Alright everyone, I'm back again. It's later on in the day, and let's at least try to do round 18. We'll see if we can figure it out together here. We'll have to concentrate more on the crochet in this one. Okay, we're chaining 2 again. Chain 1, chain 2, and then a half double crochet into the same stitch, but only through the back loop. All right, a half double crochet through in the same stitch, but only through the back loop. Okay, here we go. Only through the back loop. All right. Now we will continue crocheting the stitches in this round in the back loop according to this pattern. That explains, okay, we did the earlier part right. We went through both of them. Now we're going to work only in the back loop of this. That's going to give us a little ridge as we go around here, which will begin the rim. All right, so we did that. Now we're going to half double crochet in the next 6 stitches. So here we go. In the back loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we have done that. Now let's stop and evaluate our work here. Okay. Yes, you can see right here that we have a stitch beginning to emerge there. All right, now then crochet 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. So we're starting this increase again. So 1, 2, almost dropped that one, 2. Okay, and repeat that all the way around. So 1 in 6 stitches, and then 2 in a stitch. So 1 in 6 stitches. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 'Where did I put that stitch? Let me see here. Okay, I got it. Let's go back to our 2, because I'm going to lose count of this one. There's our 2. All right, 2. Okay, that's 2 now. That is hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 'Okay. Now 2 in the next one. So 1, 2, and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's our 1, 2, and our 6. 1. Really have to concentrate on this row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 2, 1. Let's get some more yarn here. So 1, 2, and now 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, Okay. Now here we're up to our 2 again. Oh, come on. Mhm. 2. Okay. Slip stitch into chain 2. And then we should have 64 half double crochets. We're going to slip stitch in here. And we'll continue to go in the back of that. Very well. Now let's count here and see. We will hope we have 64. $30, 40, 'Huh. We're going to have to do some backtracking here because I don't think we have 64. So we may have to take this one out and count it again and put it back in. But I won't take up your time counting. Do you have 64 on yours? Good for you if you do. I've got to go back in and see where I went more than 6. Because we started out row 18 all right. So see where, and now's the time to make sure it's correct or we won't get our proper brim on this hat. And even though it's looking good, we do want a proper brim on it. Okay, all right, I'm not going to take your time by my counting and making whatever correction I need to here. So I will stop here for now. Let me give you another thought on this plant-based diet business. You know, Dr. McDougall went into medicine largely because of his own experience. When he was 18 years old, he had this massive stroke. Now that's very unusual for an 18-year-old, but it happened to him, and his experience then in the hospitals and in his recovery and so forth gave him a great interest in medicine. So he went on to med school and went into medicine as his profession. And he tells this story in this book about meeting a surgical nurse who became his wife, Mary. And they went to Hawaii, as I remember the story. They went to Hawaii, And there he treated people on the sugar plantations. Doesn't that sound idyllic? You go to Hawaii for the beginning of your career. So they went to Hawaii. He treated people on sugar plantations and, took care of their injuries and all of that. And that went well, but as everywhere, he had a lot of people who had the chronic diseases, the typical hypertension and diabetes and so on. And they were not doing well. He would give them the standard medications, and the drug companies, of course, by this time were always coming out with new drugs for all these things. And so he would prescribe them. But he was a little bit disillusioned with it because they weren't really getting well. And sometimes they would drop out and search for another doctor who would go through the same routine of the pills with them. But at any rate, he was a bit disillusioned with that and went back to school and became an internist, specialized in internal medicine. And that was okay. He proceeded down that route for a long time, but was that really going to get him into what he wanted? Because the same thing would happen in internal medicine that was happening in all of the non-acute cases on the plantations. I mean, he would still be dealing with these standard chronic diseases, and the typical medical approach for them is a pill. You've got this, take this pill. And we've talked before about how, had we gone down a different route way back when, we might be doing more medicine that's in physics, has a physical orientation rather than chemical, but we didn't do that, so here we are. So I'm going to stop there because that brings us, up to date with what I have to do on this hat. I'm going to have to recount and go back and see where my mistake is and correct that. And I will meet you tomorrow with the correct amount of stitches on this hat brim, and we will go from there. So have a great rest of your day, your evening, and see you in the morning. Bye for now.